My name is Detective Sergeant Kundize Zaneti. I'm the Community Relations Liaison Officer for CID Drugs and Narcotics Harare.
My name is Detective Constable Dune Charles. I'm the station CRLO.
These are some of the drugs which are mostly abused in Zimbabwe. We have classified them into different categories. We have dangerous drugs of abuse, sex-enhancing medicines, skin lightening products, body enlargement products, and restricted medicines. We've classified dangerous drugs of abuse into different categories depending on their effects. We have stimulants, depressants, hallucinogens, and narcotics. When we're talking about stimulants, we're referring to drugs which accelerate the functions of the central nervous system, meaning that your body will be functioning faster than normal. And drugs in this class include daga, which is here, kanaba. You can either find it like this, or this one here is hashish. Sorry, this one here is it's skunk, cultivated in a greenhouse. And this one here is hashish. It's actually compressed daga. They compressed it to enhance its potency. We have also crystal meth, which is the drug of concern at the moment. There is also cocaine and ecstasy tablets. These are stimulants. We also have depressants, which are those drugs which decelerate the functions of the central nervous system. Drugs in this category include heroine. This type of drugs, they're usually taken by those people who want to run away from problems, such that they feel low and they do not mind about anything that is happening on them at that moment. We also have hallucinogens. These are drugs which change one's perception. One can see things that are not there or hear things that everyone else is not hearing. Drugs in this category include LSD and daga. And please note, when one takes LSD, they go on what we term as a trip. That is 30 to 45 minutes switched from reality, and they'll be living in a fantasy world. They'll be imagining things, but at that particular moment, they will not know what is happening to them. Skin lightening products. These products are mostly used by women as a way of trying to beautify or improve their skin. Most of these skin lighteners, they contain toxic chemicals such as hydroquinone, mercury, corticosteroids, and retinoid. In Zimbabwe, we do not allow anything with more than 2% hydroquinone, but some of these products, if they are tested in a lab, they contain up to 35% or even 40% hydroquinone, which is very toxic to one's skin. Continued use of skin lighteners melts the melanin in one's skin, leading to a lot of chronic diseases, which include hyperpigmentation, cancer of the skin, cancer of the blood, heart problem, or even death. There is sex-enhancing medicines, mostly by young boys. They take sildenafil tablets, which are actually medicines meant for those with erectile dysfunction. But boys as young as 14, 15, 16 are abusing these drugs. These drugs can also cause prolonged use of these drugs can cause drug dependency. If one takes it for a long time, your body will not be able to function normally without the intake of such drugs. And most men, by the time they get married, they would have been affected by sex-enhancing medicines and developed drug dependency. They can cause infidelity within marriages, domestic violence, because some men, when they are asked for conjugal rights by their wives, they become violent, hit the woman probably goes out of marriage, have an extramarital affair, bring in a child, and later on, DNA problems pops up. There is also the abuse of body enlarging products. Mostly young girls, they are now indulging in sex at a younger age, but their bodies will not be fully developed. So they take body enlarging products to enhance some parts of their bodies just to get the curves so as to attract men. But in the process, body enlarging is actually a procedure. They are supposed to be taken with other drugs and other medicines as combination drugs. But they are just buying these drugs from vendors on the streets who do not know the chemical composition of these drugs or the harmful effects of such drugs. We have seen women who have deformed body shapes, and it also causes, especially for those who are using breast enlarging creams or breast enlarging products, it might also lead to the development of breast cancer and even cervix cancer. There is also what we term as illicit beverages. Illicit beverages, we are referring to those beverages such as Zimbabwe or Kambwa. Zimbabwe is actually a beverage made from potent ethanol and brown sugar, distilled, flavored, and repacked. Kambwa is coming in from outside Zim, which has got a very negative effect, hence the name Kambwa, one of them acting like a dog when they've taken such drugs. A very negative impact on oneself, his family, the society, and the country at large. Most of the people who commit violent crimes will be doing it under the influence of these dangerous drugs. So we're saying say no to drug and substance abuse, and also protect your life from these dangerous drugs, because most people, they end up with chronic diseases and some even die out of the abuse of these drugs.
I'm trying to break these chains, yeah. Cook, Kuga Magaville, Cook, Kuga Magaville, Cook, Kuga Magaville. Every day, I'm trying to break these